The O'Reilly Factor is on tonight.
Dr. Tiller came in and injected into the amniotic sac saline solution, which suffocated and burned my baby to death.
Some Kansas officials are trying to deal with Tiller, the baby killer, but Governor Kathleen Sebelius may be protecting him. We'll have a Factor investigation.
Caution. You are about to enter the no-spin zone. The Factor begins right now. Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks for watching us tonight. Killing babies, that's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. No matter what you think about the abortion issue, you should be very disturbed by what continues to happen in Kansas. This man, Dr. George Tiller, known as Tiller the baby killer, is performing late-term abortions without defining the specific medical reasons why. Let's be more blunt. Tiller is executing fetuses in his Wichita clinic for $5,000, and records show he'll do it for vague medical reasons. That is, he'll kill the fetus viable outside the womb if the mother wants it dead. No danger to the mother's life, no catastrophic damage if the woman delivers. Now, some Kansas politicians want to stop the madness, but incredibly, Governor Kathleen Sebelius is protecting Tiller. Citing privacy, the governor vetoed a bill a few weeks ago that would have forced Tiller to provide a specific medical reason for destroying a viable fetus. Now, America is a great country, but this kind of barbaric display in Kansas diminishes our entire nation. Tiller has killed thousands of late-term fetuses without explanation. And Governor Sebelius is allowing him to continue the slaughter. How the governor sleeps at night is beyond me. There are Americans who believe that babies that are about to be born are not human beings. How they form that conclusion is interesting. There are only a handful of doctors in the USA who will perform late-term abortions for any reason, because doctors know viable life when they see it. Now, a few months ago, we talked with a young woman who allowed Tiller to kill her fetus. Here's part of what she had to say.
And about the third or fourth day, Dr. Tiller came in and injected into the amniotic sac saline solution, which suffocated and burned my baby to death. They decide that you're dilated enough, and they put you in a wheelchair and wheel you out to another room. And in this other room, there's basically a toilet, and they told me to sit on the toilet, lean on the nurse, and push my baby into a toilet. And after that, they wheel you into another room to remove all the, afterbirth. And really, that's the only two times I ever saw the doctor, was when he injected the saline solution and when he finished the process by removing the afterbirth.
The woman was just 14 years old when Tiller operated on her. She is haunted by her decision to this day. It's ironic that organizations like Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International say nothing about the work of Dr. Tiller. Apparently, executing viable fetuses in the womb is okay with the human rights people. Once again, this isn't about a woman's right to choose or the New York Times' plea for reproductive rights. This is about late-term abortions for just about any reason. No question Dr. Tiller has blood on his hands, but now so does Governor Sebelius. She is not fit to serve, nor is any Kansas politician who supports Tiller's business of destruction. I wouldn't want to be these people if there is a judgment day. And that's the memo. Now for the top story tonight, reaction to the Sebelius veto. Joining us now from Kansas City is Kansas Representative Ben Hodge. Bill, I can't believe in a state like Kansas, not San Francisco, okay, it's not Madison, Wisconsin, it's not Boulder, Colorado, that politicians there in both parties continue to allow this doctor in Wichita to kill these late-term fetuses with absolutely no specific medical reason. I cannot believe the state legislature of Kansas continues to allow it to happen.
Many people don't know that late-term abortions are legal. I think many educated people just aren't aware of that, and many people aren't aware that that we are a central location, Kansas. Most of the late-term abortions on viable babies in the state of Kansas are from women, occur on women who are from other states.
And other countries. Because this barbaric procedure is outlawed in most countries of the world. Now, the law in Kansas does say, however, there's got to be a viable medical reason for these terminations, murders, whatever word you want to use, to happen, does it not?
It does, and it should be followed already. The way George Tiller and other abortionists have interpreted it is that they just have to report the fact that there was a medical condition. They have gone around that for years now, and they haven't reported what the medical condition is. And so what the Kansas legislature did this year was to reiterate and to clarify into Kansas law that when a late-term abortion occurs, that and if there's a medical condition, that the abortionists have to report what that medical condition is. What we're concerned is happening, and what 2 judges have found is the case, is that there's probable cause that George Tiller is performing illegal late-term abortions. Likely women are saying that they have temporary mental health reasons, and that under Kansas law is not a valid reason.
Okay, now you did pass that law. The Kansas legislature passed the law that Tiller, and he's the only one doing it in Kansas. All right, he's the only barbarian who they can find to do this. Advertised on his website, all of that. You passed the law. It said Tiller had to give the state a medical reason, viable reason, why he's killing the fetuses. And then the governor steps up and vetoes the law. But I didn't see any outcry in the press, Mr. Hodge. I didn't see any outcry by the people of Kansas for this governor basically saying, hey, Tiller, you kill as many fetuses as you want for whatever reason you want. That's what the governor is saying.
Well, the governor has a lot of money riding on this. You know, she'd like to be either a White House VP candidate or a cabinet member, or she's going to run for Senate in 2010 if nothing else works out for her in 2008. And she was dishonest on this. She said that there were privacy concerns. Now, already, under Kansas law, already for years, Tiller has already been reporting, not the names, not information that could be used to identify the women, but he has already been reporting that there is a medical condition. So all we're saying is,
what is it?
On top of that, tell us what it is.
Yeah, what is it?
Now, that's a completely bogus claim.
I don't know whether you know this or not, Mr. Hodge, but here's a list of the money that Tiller gave Sebelius in donations. Here it is. Did you know that?
It wouldn't surprise me.
You didn't know it, though, did you?
No. Well, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he and others have spent millions of dollars.
He's greased her since 1994, giving her money. You know, Mr. Hodge, Kansas is a great state, but this is a disgrace upon everyone who lives in Kansas. Is it not?
Well, at times, I think it is. I think at times in American history, I think there'll be times when branches of government fail the people, and this is one of those times, and it requires other branches of government to step up to the plate, and that's what we're asking the Speaker of the House to do.
Right. And we are asking
our Democratic Attorney General.
We are asking all of our viewers all over the world to get in touch with the governor of Kansas and tell her what you think. Mr. Hodge, thanks for being on the right side of this, and continue to try to get something done about this barbarian Tiller.